Hey guys, Ghost here Dave here with another Destiny 2 Joker's Wild video, showing off yet another beautiful weapon, and it is the weapon that I have been the most excited to get. I have been grinding every single thing in this DLC, begging for this drop, and that is the Gnawing Hunger Auto Rifle. It is a Void 600 RPM, and of course I got the Masterworked version, which is the version I wanted quite a bit. Comes with a 10 Masterwork and handling, and I counterbalance stocked it. It is of course an adaptive 600 RPM with arrowhead brake for that recoil reduction, appended mag for that extra magazine size, which works with this next perk here, which is the new perk Overflow. Picking up special or heavy ammo reloads this weapon to beyond normal capacity. That takes the 48 magazine size to 96, and Rampage on top of that, which works so well with Overflow. Obviously, you can assume that this weapon is a beast in PvE, but it is an absolute monster in PvP as well. Walking over special ammo, as long as you can pick it up, overflows the magazine to 96 shots directly in, automatically, instantly loaded, overflowed the magazine, and it honestly makes this weapon like an energy sweep business that doesn't take your exotic slot from you. So obviously, I've talked about 600 auto rifles very positively before. I reviewed my God Roll Ether Doctor, and I absolutely love that weapon. 600 RPMs, as of the most recent buff, are just probably the best auto rifles in general for the average player and whatnot. Very easy to hit their optimal time to kill, taking only 9 shots with a 600 RPM as opposed to like 450's 8 at a slower fire rate and whatnot, so they're just overall really strong. This one specifically has a really nice curated roll, and the handling is incredibly high and pretty much gives this thing inherent snapshot and low-key kind of a nice quick draw to it, so it's overall very satisfying to use. Its stats are very well rounded, and obviously that changes with different rolls and whatnot, but as for rolls with this weapon, it has a lot of really good rolls. If I didn't get the curated, I personally would have wanted Demolitionist along with something like Zen Moment to keep it stable, and along with the fact that it would pretty much constantly keep my grenade perk refreshed, and I could reload the gun just by throwing my grenade, overall saving time and keeping people off of me in the Crucible, and in PvE it's just a very good nice set of perks in my opinion. However, as for not having Demolitionist, every other perk in the second slot is a damage-based perk, being Swashbuckler, Rampage, Kill Clip, that sort of thing. So I honestly feel like it's very hard to get a truly bad roll of this thing. It is definitely possible to get a bad roll, right? But overall, the odds are in your favor that you're going to get something that's going to give you more damage, and nobody here complains about damage. Obviously, rolling barrel perks instead of sight perks is really nice. You know exactly what you're getting for your sight each time, as opposed to something like Galliard here, the other 600 energy auto rifle here in year 2. It's not a bad auto rifle by any means, but I do really like this thing because I am biased. I do love red dot sights, and knowing that every single roll I'm going to get is going to have this absolutely beautiful sight is just a very good feeling to know. And then obviously rolling barrel perks gives you the option of arrowhead brake, which is going to naturally calm down that recoil and just make the weapon overall stable. And really, this weapon just has really good average stats, and it just comes down to what roll you end up getting. And we talked about the fact that it's a little bit harder to get a bad roll on this weapon as opposed to other auto rifles in the field. For those of you who aren't aware, you do get and farm this weapon from doing Tier 3 of the Reckoning. You can also get it from your weekly Prime bounties, specifically the ones you pick up from Drifter, and not the one from the World. That's just going to give you regular Gambit stuff, but the one you pick up from him, and this drops from obviously Tier 3 of Reckoning, which just came out today, and I was lucky enough that I got this on like my 4th run, because I have been waiting for this to drop. The second I realized it wasn't dropping from Tier 2, I have been waiting to get myself a Gnawing Hunger. And obviously I was lucky enough to get the curated roll, and what's special about all of these curated rolls is just about all of them are rolling with the overflow perk. It is the only way you can get the overflow perk, and I think the overflow perk is best on weapons like the auto rifle, because having 96 shots, which is almost constantly at play here, right? Like, it's not a hard perk to activate. You just walk over ammo, and you have 96 shots with it, so that's already incredible. Having 96 shots in an auto rifle with Rampage means you can just farm kills back to back to back. I've talked about auto rifles before, and that you're not constantly able to chain kills with them, even though I still do most of the time. But with this weapon, specifically with this curated, it is so easy to farm kill after kill after kill, and then you'll notice you've gotten like 3 kills, and you're still not below 48 shots. Like, you still can't reload, so not having to reload is a huge benefit as well. I normally wear transversus steps, so it's a little bit less relevant for me, but for those who don't wear transversus steps, that's obviously really nice, not having to reload and just the gun constantly being overflowed with ammo. Overflow is pretty much auto-loading holster, but just directly better. You don't have to holster the weapon, you just walk over ammo and it refills. Let's say you shoot a couple shots after overflowing and you walk over another special brick, it just automatically overflows again. You're always at 96 shots when you're not actively in combat and you're just walking over what used to be a combat zone, right? Like, this weapon just always has ammo, and it's so nice. And obviously, I didn't mention it, but you guys saw, we got a Wee-Ran with this thing. I don't even know how many times I had to reload over the course of getting a Wee-Ran, because I was always overflowed with bullets. And speaking of synergies and the whole overflow perk, because I'm saying this is a really good perk on this weapon, obviously I paired it with Mountaintop. Obviously a special weapon that is not the star of the show, but does help me show off the weapon. It just made sense to me. Able to shoot grenades on the ground, zone people, get faster time to kills because people are already half pushing into me, and I'll never be full on special ammo, which means that I will constantly be able to proc my overflow perk. Because if you are full on special ammo and you walk over a special brick, it will not overflow the magazine. So something that you're constantly using ammo for is a good pick. And then quick access sling and a high handling, pretty much it is quick draw on this weapon. I can easily shoot out a grenade, swap to the weapon, and then spray with it to get a quick kill, which then procs my rampage. I walk over a special brick, and then I have 96 shots and a rampage stack, ready to just mow down anyone who is going to try and push me or peek a lane against me. Besides that, this weapon is its own living synergy. Besides Mountaintop, like obviously you could run a shotgun, you could run a snipe, all of those work the exact same and change your playstyle just a little bit. Shotgun's probably the preferred option because it deals with close range, while auto rifles, they really don't the best. They're fine, but they're not the best. So a shotgun's a good option. Obviously, I think Mountaintop's the best. It just makes sense to me. Snipers, fusion rifles, do whatever you want. And as for class synergies, I really can't think of any. Maybe like Lunafaction Rift, because after you get down to 48, it will start reloading. I don't think Actium War Rig works with it. Same with Rally Barricade. It's just kind of do whatever you want. It's just one of those weapons where, like, it is the synergy, and besides that, it just does the job incredibly well. So I'm happy about that. I don't have to, like, overthink builds and whatnot to make this weapon work. I could be missing a build in the moment. I just feel like this is such a solid auto that it's going to go with whatever you try and pair it with. It's solid and it carries its own. And I'm a little bit biased with the autos, but I'm telling you guys, this auto is absolutely great. So in case you can't tell by how well this plays or how much I've just been talking about all the different things this has for it, this is easily one of my favorite auto rifles currently in Destiny 2. I was incredibly excited for it, I had a lot of hype, and I was not let down at all. The curated at least feels really good, and I'm sure many other roles of this weapon are just going to be absolutely phenomenal. This weapon is absolutely 100% worth the grind. My recommended farming method is absolutely doing tier 3 of Reckonings. Matchmaking didn't feel bad for it. I was able to do it with everyone I matchmaked because my clan wasn't on this morning, and I was able to do it pretty easily with randoms, right? Like, I think we only failed it like one time. It really was not that bad. You just need a 680 light, and farming this thing is absolutely a breeze. Along with, while you're farming for this, you can also get the Spare Rations hand cannon, which I reviewed, and it's absolutely incredible, and some rolls are pretty much the Midnight Coup too. There's the Outlast, which is an awesome pulse rifle. There's the grenade launcher, which can roll with a new perk that's a lot of fun. And the sword, which just looks cool as hell. I love cool looking swords, and it is absolutely one of the coolest looking. Obviously, I played really well this game. It is a really solid auto that allowed me to do so. I use autos all the time, so when I have a really good auto in my hands, it's a really great feeling. I got a Wee-Ran, I got a Fight Me, 35 defeats, and 11.67 efficiency. Yeah, that's a really great game. So, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want, share with your friends, follow me on my other social media. I stream on Twitch, and you can join my Discord if you want to talk to me or anything. So, till then, see you next time.